So I'm going to give it a minute so people can join us again. Sorry about that, guys. But I do want you guys to be able to see the words properly. So we'll give it a couple seconds. We'll give it a minute so that everyone can join us again. Someone said, welcome back. Thank you. Welcome back to you too. So we'll just give it a minute. All right, so we'll get back into it. So the word I was mentioning was carol and caroling. I have a picture that goes with the word, just so that you guys have a better idea of what it means. So, a carol is a song it's usually sung during the holiday season. Okay? So that is a carol, and that is a noun. Caroling is a verb, and it means to sing happily. So usually when people go caroling, they go as a group, just like this picture here. It's often a group of people, and they sing holiday songs together as a group. And that is caroling. Okay? I wonder if any of you guys have been caroling before. If some people go door to door to do caroling, and they sing to their neighbors. They may sing on the street. It's kind of a fun thing to do, especially as a child. But it's cool if any of you guys have been caroling. We'll move on to the next word. The next word is holly. So this word, I've been speaking English my whole life, okay? And there is a holiday song that goes, I'll sing it for you. I'm not the best singer. But the line is, deck the halls with bells of holly. And I'd always wonder, what is holly? I sing it all the time, but I don't know what it really is. And pretty much this here is holly. It's a type of plant with prickly green leaves and little berries on it. And oftentimes during the holiday season, you see this type of plant everywhere. You can see it everywhere. So if you see this plant decorating a store or someone's door, maybe their tree, now we know this is called holly. Someone said I'm a good singer. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was a little nervous to sing that to you guys, so that made me feel nice. Thanks. So holly, that's that one. Next is wreath. So a wreath is another type of decoration that is really common, at least in Canada. I don't know if it's as common in whatever country you're in right now, but in Canada, it's common to see a wreath around during the holiday season. And people usually hang it up on their front door, I'd say, is a main place for it. So wreath we'll see on a front door. Maybe we will see it hanging in someone's window. That's another common place to hang a wreath. And it's pretty much a circular arrangement of leaves. There can be flowers in it and other types of decoration. So you can have bells, feathers, whatever you want to decorate a wreath with. So, I'm going to show you guys the words that we have done so far. I would love if you guys can write maybe at least one sentence with one of these words. Give me a second. Let me try to hold these up properly. Or maybe I'll put it on my board so that you guys can see them. Just give me a second. All right. So, I have these words. If you guys can write a sentence with one of these words, and I'll read it out loud. Someone says, I have been caroling since I am 10 years old. Nice. That's a good one. So you have been caroling since you were 10 years old because it's the past tense. That's awesome. Someone else says, I love singing Christmas carols with my family. That's a really nice activity to do. Someone else said, I put ornaments on my tree. And that is perfect because that's where ornaments go. They're made to decorate a Christmas tree. And someone else said, I decorated my Christmas tree with ornaments. Very good. And I like how you use the past tense. Someone said, I decorate my wreath with a lot of colors. And a wreath is a gear ornament for Christmas. I make a big wreath and put it on my door. Guys, you're doing a really good job with making these sentences. They're all really great. So I'm glad that we got those words in. And I love to see that you guys are understanding the words too, because you're doing a really good job at putting them into sentences. So we're going to keep going. After the next 5 words, I'll have you guys make sentences again. Okay? So the next word is another type of decoration, and it's called a mistletoe. So a mistletoe it's a leaf decoration. It looks like a leaf, okay? But the thing about a mistletoe is it is also known as a symbol of love. So, during the holiday season, people usually kiss under a mistletoe when they see it. A common place for a mistletoe to be placed is on top of a door. So you may see a mistletoe on top of a door. Maybe somewhere on a ceiling, because people want to have it above their head so that when you're under the mistletoe, it's known that you would have to kiss whoever you're under the mistletoe with. So that could either be a good thing if you're with someone that you like, but maybe you're under the mistletoe with someone you don't like, and then it's not that great of a thing anymore. But that's what the mistletoe is known for. And during the holiday season, it is a symbol of love. All right, we're going to move on from mistletoe. The next word is garland. So, garland is a type of decoration. Often it's used to put on a tree. Sometimes you can have it to decorate your walls. And this is a picture of a tree, but the white part is garland. It is a string type of decoration, and you put it around your tree. Or you may hang it up on your walls to line maybe the ceiling or the corners of your wall. So the white part on the tree is garland. Someone said, I use garland for birthday. So they use garland for their birthday, and that is perfect because garland is also used to decorate a party during birthday parties. It could be retirement parties. Any type of party, you can use garland to decorate. So that was a good example. Thank you. Next, I'm going to show you guys the picture, and I'm going to see if you guys know what it's called already. So if you know what it's called, please put it in the comments. I have this here. So can you guys tell me what this is called? It's very common. The way that it's used is you hang it up either by a door, by a chimney. Not everyone has a fireplace, so people might hang it somewhere else. I see some people say sock. It is a sock, but it's called something else. And I see some people have the word there as well. It's called a stocking. So a stocking or a Christmas stocking. And what it is, let me put the word here for you so you can see the spelling. There we go, a stocking. And it's a big sock that is hung, and it's to be filled with presents. That's the meaning of a stocking. The stocking is used to be filled with presents. Either Santa Claus could be the one filling it, or maybe it could be someone that you love that's just making a little gift for you, and they may be the ones to fill the stocking. But basically, a stocking is there to be filled with little gifts for the holidays. Okay? So that's stocking. I see someone said, my wife put a stocking on the door. That's a good one. And I'm going to read more of the sentences once I get through the next two words. So, this little guy is pretty common around the holiday season. He's known as a little helper. But I'd like to know if anyone can tell me the word for this little guy. What is this little guy called? Elf. Exactly that. So this is an elf. The plural version of elf is a little different. So we don't say elves, we say elves. When we're talking about more than one elf, we have the F change into V-E-S. So this side is for one elf, and the spelling on this side is for multiple elves, which is not pronounced elves, it's elves. Elves. There's actually a really good holiday movie, and the name of it is called Elf. So I'm mentioning it just in case anyone would like a good English movie, a good English holiday movie that is it's a really nice movie. It's common to be seen almost every year. I don't watch it every year, but I watch it pretty often during the holiday season, and it's always enjoyable. So it's a good movie for kids. It's also a good movie for adults. So everyone could enjoy it. That's my suggestion. My suggestion to you guys is the movie Elf. I see someone writing the word knife and knives, and that is the same type of changes that we would make in a word for when it becomes plural. So really good that you caught on to that. Someone said elf on a shelf. Elf on a shelf is a little toy that is pretty popular here of a little elf. And someone said that it's Santa's little helper. That too. He's known as Santa's little helper. So, we're going to go through these 4 words. Let me just line up the words on my board. Give me a second. And I'd like to see what sentences you guys have to go with these words. So I'll give you guys a second to write a few sentences. And then I will read the sentences. Someone said, I never had a stocking in my childhood. That's okay, because you know what? It's never too late. The holiday season's only now beginning, and if you want a stocking, go and get one and fill it up with some gifts. Someone said, I love to see garland in the doors, ceilings, and walls. It is very pretty to see garland around a room. It decorates a place and it makes it look really nice. Someone said, I found many little gifts in the stocking last Christmas. Good. I'm glad you got a lot of gifts in your stocking. And I hope you have a lot of gifts in your stocking this year as well. Elves are cute. Elves are really cute. They definitely are. I know someone said that they didn't understand mistletoe, so I'm just going to explain that really quickly one more time. So a mistletoe is a symbol of love. Let me try to find the picture again for you. This here's a mistletoe, and it's a leaf type of decoration, and it's also known as a symbol of love, right? So usually when you're under the mistletoe, people kiss. People kiss under the mistletoe. You might see that a lot in movies, in songs. We hear about the mistletoe a lot. So we're going to move on to a few more words. We have icicle. So this here is an icicle. We see the word ice. Well, we hear the word ice in it. And it's basically ice, but it's pointy ice. And it's ice that is formed by the freezing of dripping water. So when water starts to drip, but it's still really cold outside, it'll turn into a icicle. Next we have eggnog. It sounds a little weird. Eggnog. And it's a type of drink. It's very common during the holiday season. It's really good. It's really good. But the only thing that sucks is that you can only find it during the holiday season. So if I want to have a glass of eggnog in the summer, I can't really find eggnog in the stores unless I make it myself. So this drink here is eggnog. Next, I'm going to show you guys a picture. Can someone tell me what this is? This here is a chimney. Exactly. I see a few people mentioned it. So a chimney, this is a chimney. And what it is a little channel that goes on top of the roof, and it allows smoke from a fireplace to escape the building. And children often talk about a chimney during the holiday season because that is what Santa Claus goes down to bring the gifts. Someone said cheminée in French. Very true. It's very similar. Chimenea in Spanish, very similar to the word in English, which is chimney. Next we have naughty. So I don't have a picture for naughty because it's a type of behavior. So naughty is badly behaved. So a child who is naughty may not listen to his parents or may do things that are considered bad or not nice. So oftentimes there's something called the nice list and the naughty list when we're talking about Santa Claus. So kids who are naughty are kids who are kind of, I don't want to say bad, but badly behaved. They can do a bit better in terms of their actions. That is naughty. Someone said their dog is naughty. That is a good example because a dog might not be listening, and in that case, they are naughty. Next, we're almost through our words, so you guys are doing a really good job. I see people writing things in the comments. The next word that we have is sleigh. So this picture is a sleigh, and pretty much it's a sled that's kind of large, and it's to carry at least one person, and it's usually pulled by, depends where you are. If you're on a road, it would be pulled by horses. If you're in snow, maybe horses also, but if you're Santa Claus, it is pulled by reindeer. Okay, so that is a sleigh. So I'm going to show you guys these words. I'd love to see you guys come up with some sentences. I'll read it out for the comments that I see in the comment section. You guys can make a few sentences with this. So sleigh and sled are two different things. I see someone asking. A sleigh is larger, and it's to carry, it could carry quite a few people. A sled is small, and it's just something for one person to slide down a hill, for example. And nobody would really be pulling a sled. It would just be you sliding down a hill. But a sleigh is pulled by a horse or reindeer. It's pulled by something, and it can carry multiple people. Someone said, I was a child and I used to eat icicles. It's not the best of ideas, but I think I used to do that too. So I understand that. Someone said, I drank eggnog yesterday. So yesterday they drank eggnog. Santa Claus brought lots of gifts down the chimney. Very good use of the word. And we'll choose one more. Let's see. The naughty kid is eating a lot of icicles. It's It's a good one. I guess we're not really supposed to eat icicles. Nothing too bad about it, but it's not the best of ideas to eat an icicle. We have the last 4 words, and then we're going to move on to something else. Actually, last 3 words. So, I'll show you guys the picture first. You guys can tell me what this is. I showed the word by accident, but you guys can tell me what this is. Yep, so it's a reindeer. It's a type of animal, and you know, there's a few stories. So there's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's a movie and a story. It's really good for children. So if you guys have any children that want a nice holiday story, this is a cute one. And a reindeer is a type of animal that looks like this. Next I have toboggan. So a toboggan is a sled. So before I was explaining the difference between a sled and a sleigh. So a toboggan is the same thing as a sled. And as we see, it's small. It's not pulled by anything. And it's used to go down hills. It's a type of activity that we do in the winter when there's snow. So for those of you who haven't experienced snow, if ever you get to be in a place with snow, I would suggest you go tobogganing because it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. It can hurt sometimes if you fall off your sled or if you bump into someone, but it's a really good time. And lastly, we have Advent. I have a picture. It's not that great of a picture. But I'm going to explain what Advent is. Basically, Advent is the days that lead up to Christmas. So, from December 1st all the way until December 24th, that would be considered Advent. The days leading up to Christmas. And I see someone put Advent calendar, which is this picture. It's not the best of photos, but an Advent calendar is a really fun way to count down the holiday season. And it's a calendar that it's numbered. So say after each number, there's going to be a treat inside. So every day leading up to Christmas, you can have a treat. And the most common treat is chocolate. So most commonly there's chocolate in an Advent calendar. But sometimes I see different types of Advent calendars that have tea. So different types of tea. It could be different types of candy. Any type of treat. So that's Advent or Advent calendar. Let me see if I have any bonus words for you guys. Let's see. Maybe I'll just show you one more. Let's see. It's super basic, but it's really delicious. So that's why I want to show it to you guys, because it tastes good. It tastes good. So, Gingerbread Man. It's a nice little treat that we have during the holiday season. You get to decorate your gingerbread man the way that you want, which is super awesome. Some people make really pretty gingerbread man or gingerbread woman, however you prefer. And sometimes you can also make a gingerbread house. So this is my last one, and I just wanted to show you because it's really tasty, and I'm a little hungry. So, Gingerbread Man. And yeah, someone said cookies. It is a type of cookie. Perfect. I see someone saying live from Burkina Faso. Hi to Burkina Faso. So guys, that is what I have for the holiday vocabulary. I know some of them you may have known already. I hope there was a few words that were new to you and that you got to learn. But I really want to say good job to everyone who was putting sentences in the chat. You guys did an amazing job using the words that I had shown you guys. So honestly, I'm going to give you guys a round of applause because you did great. So next I'm going to move on to a few silent letters. These letters that are here to confuse us. And I will start with the letter W. So, the letter W, oftentimes when it starts at the beginning of a sentence or beginning of a word, and it has an R following it, that means that the W is silent. Okay? So earlier we saw the word wreath, and as we can hear, we do not pronounce the W. So wreath, and the W is silent. Next word is wrap. So again, we have a W that we do not pronounce. Wrap. Wrap is when you enclose something. Like you can wrap a gift, right? So it's to cover or enclose something. I would wrap a gift so that it's nice and pretty and you can't see what the gift is until you unwrap. All right, so it's to cover or enclose something in paper. Next word with a silent W is wreck. There we go. No, here we go. There, wreck. So wreck is a verb, and it means to destroy. So I hope it's not a word that we'll have to use this holiday season because it's not so fun when people are destroying things. But that is what this word means. It means to destroy, and it has a silent W. And next is write. So this one is a common word. We do it all the time. If I have a marker and I start writing on this board, that's write. Okay, so these are our words with a silent W. So we can take note that when we see a W followed by an R, the W is silent. Okay? Give me a second. I'm going to erase this, and I'm going to show you guys next the silent T. So just give me 1 second. I'm going to write a few words for you guys. Give me 2 seconds, okay? So, with the silent T, these are 3 words that have a silent T. So, the first word is Christmas. When we say the word Christmas, we do not pronounce the T. It is silent. And the same goes for the next word, listen. So listen is when you hear something, but it's not just hearing, it's when you're giving your attention to sound. So if someone is speaking and you're paying attention to what they're saying, that is listening. That's a verb that has a silent T. It's silent. And another word is whistle. Also silent. Whistle is making a noise from your mouth. That is a whistle. And I'm just going to point out to you guys a common pattern in all of these words. I have IST. IST. IST in this. So oftentimes when you have a vowel followed by ST in the middle of a word, not at the end because it changes things. So if you have a vowel followed by ST in the middle of a word, chances are the T is silent. Do you guys have any other examples of words with a silent T? You guys can write it in the chat if you'd like, and I will say whatever I see pop up. So any other words with a silent T? Often, someone says. Yeah, that's a good one. So that is silent as well. Often. Castle. Castle. Good job. Hustle. See that one as well. Good job. And wrestle. See, you guys know what you're doing. You guys are doing great. So you guys know about the silent T. That's great. You guys had really good examples for that one. And there's a lot of words with silent T. And I'm sure you're going to learn more and more of these words as you continue learning English. So, we're going to end that with the silent letters. Before we go, I do want to mention to you guys the difference between the words may, might, and must. So these three words, may, might, and must. Okay, let me just hold it up for you guys. Can you see? There we go. May, might, and must. So these three words are used to express different degrees of probability. So what that means, probability means whether you're certain about something or uncertain. These words would be used in times of different degrees of probability. So I see someone wrote may means something is probable. Someone said that this is modal verb, and exactly, it really is. It's a modal verb. I tried to choose one that is a bit more useful. So we are choosing this one, which is of probability. And I'm going to start with the first two words. So may and might. When you use these two words, you're not exactly sure if whatever is going to happen will happen. You're kind of uncertain when you use these words. So for example, I may go to work tomorrow. If I say I may go to work, I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to go. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to stay home. I'm uncertain. Someone said in the chat, which is really good, I might go to the party. That shows some uncertainty because there's a chance that you will go, but there's also a chance that you will not. So since you are uncertain, you would use might. I see a lot of people also using may in its other way, which is also to ask permission for something. It's the more polite way to ask for permission or to ask a question. You can also use the word can, but some people think that may is a bit more polite than using can. So, may I go to the washroom? Or may I use your cell phone? It's you asking permission from somebody else to do something. Okay? Someone said, may I call you? Right? You're asking permission to call the person. And it's the more polite way to say it. Okay? Now we're going to move on to must. So must is a way to express obligation or a requirement. So I saw some people writing examples. You guys can keep writing examples and I will say it if I can. So must is an obligation, something you have to do. So someone said, I must be home before midnight. That means you absolutely must be home. It's an obligation and 100% you have to be home. You can't be uncertain about this. This is something that's required of you. You must be home. Let me see other examples. Someone said, I must pay my bills. That is very true. You do not have the choice. Your bills have to 100% be paid. You don't have the choice. It's a requirement. And it's an obligation. Someone said, I must know English. You're working your way to it, and that's really good, and I'm proud of you for that. So, to them, it's a personal requirement, a personal obligation, that they have to learn English. I'll say one more. Let's see. I must, we must believe in ourselves. It's a really good one. Because, some people don't believe in themselves. But telling someone that you must believe in yourself, firstly, it's very encouraging, very inspirational, and it is a must. Because if you don't believe in yourself, you can only go so far. So, you must believe in yourself is a great sentence to share. Thank you to whoever shared that one. So that's that for may, might, and must. So, I'll just do a little recap. May and might. May and might is to express uncertainty. You're not too sure which way it's going to go. It could go this way, it could go that way. I might go to the party. I might not go to the party. So this is to express uncertainty. Okay? It can be probable, but maybe not. And then we have must. That is to express obligation and requirement. So, for must, this is something that has to be done. Right? You don't have a choice. And it can't go one of two ways. It has to go the exact way that you say. So if I must pay my bills, this is something that has to be done. I don't have a choice. So must expresses obligation and requirement. And guys, that is what I have for you guys for today. Honestly, I really hope that you guys were able to learn a few words, a few new words that you can use during the holiday season. Maybe some words that might help you understand a holiday movie that you'll watch in the next couple weeks. Or maybe now that you might see something in a store or as a decoration on a card, in a movie, in a show, now you'll know what it's called in English. So I hope I was able to help a little bit with that holiday vocabulary, as well as with the silent letters, and explaining how to use may, might, and must. It was just a little lesson for today. There is so much more to learn. There's always so much more to learn. And I see that you guys are doing an amazing job at learning English. I love the sentences that you guys had come up with. They were so nicely written. And I really do want to clap for you guys because you're doing a great job, and you guys will be fluent in English very, very soon. Okay, especially if you keep putting in that hard work. So you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for learning English with me today. I see some people saying thank you. Thank you to you also. I loved having you here. And you're welcome. Okay? So I hope you guys have a great morning, if it's morning where you are. I hope you have a great evening, if it's evening where you are. And for those of you where it's nighttime, have a great night. Okay? I hope you guys have a fantastic week. And take care. Okay? So, bye guys. Thank you for joining.